Welcome, folks. I am Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We have another video for Horizon One Evening. Horizon Forbidden West. Guerrilla Talks PS5 from PlayStation's YouTube channel. They have a whopping 11.2 million subscribers. All right. Good for them. Those YouTubers are doing great. Okay, here we go. Horizon Forbidden West. So I have played, just for full disclosure, I have played Horizon Zero Dawn. And then I didn't because... And I gave that game to my brother's sister and bought the repackaged, like, all downloaded into one disc edition. And it's still in the shrink wrap, but I will play that. And so here we go, Horizon Forbidden West. Truth be told, I'm way more excited about the sequel than I am about going back and playing the original. But I know
I'll play the original.
You have to because of completionism and all that stuff. All right, here we go.
Hi, my name is Matthijs de Jonge. I'm the game director on Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West is an open-world action RPG that takes place in the distant future.
Pretty.
And you play as Aloy, a hunter of the Nora tribe, who is on an epic quest to solve mysteries and secrets that will change her life forever. The title Forbidden West actually refers to a mysterious new frontier that stretches from Utah in the USA all the way to the Pacific Ocean in the West.
Wow.
It's so epic.
So ever since the first game, we really wanted to make a world that is so beautiful that you just want to be there. And with the additional power of the PlayStation 5, we can make that world even more detailed and more vibrant and more immersive. With the PS5's SSD, there will be virtually no loading screens. So in an open world game like Horizon Forbidden West...
How is that possible? Oh my god!
From one end to the other. Restarting from
Oh, that no loading
will
screens.
be super fast. When you boot up the game, you're right there in the action.
Hell yes.
As
Hell
Aloy
yes.
travels into the Forbidden West,
Oh my God.
she discovers stunning valleys, deserts, and ruined cities full of iconic landmarks.
That desert looks
For
real.
the sequel, we wanted to go wider and deeper. So the map is a bit bigger, but we also wanted to let players discover what lies hidden beneath the surface of lakes and rivers.
Wow.
The landscapes may be stunning, but danger lurks in every corner in the Forbidden West. It is home to a large variety of machines. Shell snappers that guard the shores and swamps.
This reminds me of Avatar, Last
Snapmaws
Airbender.
that hunt the waterways. And sunwings that patrol the skies. Players will discover dozens of new machines as they explore the Forbidden West. And each of these machines has to be scanned and studied in order to fight them effectively. The Forbidden West is also home to new tribes. And some of them are peaceful and others are hostile. And one of these hostile tribes has discovered the knowledge of how to override machines and use them as beasts of war in combat. One of the bigger machines is the mammoth-like Tremor Tusk. It's loaded with weapons and heavy-plated armor. And it's already dangerous when you encounter it in the wilds. But when it's specially outfitted by the tribes, it's even more dangerous. The Forbidden West harbors an even greater challenge. That's a collapsing biosphere. A red blight infects the lands. It's choking wildlife and starving animals and tribes. And the weather has spiraled out of control, generating massive supercell storms that flood canyons and fields. Aloy will have to go to great lengths in order to save this world. As the game is built and designed on mystery, we don't want to spoil all the surprises today. We have been working very hard in order to create a worthy sequel, one that will hopefully appeal to all the fans, but also newcomers to the franchise. And we're aiming to release the game next year, in 2021.
That's so ambiguous. That could be December 2021.
Yeah. January, no.
Oh my lord. You know what I'm waiting for though is
What?
I'm hoping that there's this option where it has a more inclusive character, like a white male, because I don't think we have enough of those in games. Something that represents me, you know? God.
A mixed white Asian male.
No, it's just straight up white male, shaved head,
Okay.
just like on the cover of Mass Effect. Infamous 2, my favorite video game.
Because you can so relate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, yeah. I mean, I know that I can't appreciate this on the same level that someone who has played Horizon Zero Dawn all the way through can. But I did appreciate the world building of Horizon Zero Dawn. I was gonna say visual effects, but just the graphics, the details, and whatnot.
Right.
All of that stuff is so cool. I got caught up in this. Happens to me a lot with RPG type games where there's just a lot of dialogue. I think I've been spoiled by the likes of Hideo Kojima games or Uncharted where it's very cinematic because there's a lot of information to get through sometimes in Horizon Zero Dawn, and there's an option to skip the dialogue, and I end up just skipping it a lot, and then I miss key information because I'm impatient.
What you're supposed to do in the game. It's important.
I'm a very impatient person when it comes to video games. I have to go into this with the same sort of patience that I would have with like Final Fantasy or something like that.
That's a game that I really enjoy. I actually very much enjoy RPGs.
Right, and so this is a lot more action oriented than Final Fantasy, obviously, but there's still those RPG elements. Like there's instances where you have to talk to people, villagers, and it's just like cutting back and forth, and it's this.
Talking heads?
It's just a lot of talking head stuff, and I'm like, I just want to get to the game. I just want to like kill robots and stuff, and I just want to tackle new robots. I just want to get to the adventurous part, and so that's where I feel bogged down. I'm like, I don't have time for all this dialogue. I got to get to and then I just stopped the game, and I'm like, I'll come back to this when I have time, and I just didn't have time. But like, I see this ad, and I need to make the time because it looks so inviting. Like, I'm hoping that they have made this game in such a way that I don't necessarily have to go back.
But that's what he was saying. You know, they wanted to make something that fans would appreciate, but that newcomers could also get immersed in. So, I mean, I think if they did their job right, then you should be able to just jump right into it without having played.
I don't know. You can't play Last of Us 2 without playing Last of Us 1. So
how do you know that?
I took a glimpse at an IGN article, and it was like, you really should play Last of Us 1 before you play this. I mean, you can, but you just won't get the same level of appreciation. I might not play Horizon Zero Dawn before jumping. This looks awesome, and I'm very appreciative of all the power that the PS5 is gonna lend to this game, to this world. I just think it's such a creative idea. The concept of it being like futuristic, but also historic, because it's tribal, but it's tribal in the future, like very post-apocalyptic.
Right.
I think that's what I said when I first saw the Horizon Zero Dawn trailer, is that it's post-apocalyptic. It's like we're so far beyond the desert wastelands of the apocalypse, like the remnants of what was humanity, that this new humanity has surged, and it's like it's starting over again with the remnants from 1,000. I don't know the disparity of time between like this and us now, 2000s.
Well, yeah, because they've got really advanced tech, but then they're also living in a kind of primitive way.
Right. Well, I mean, it's all sort of given to them by the gods, so to speak. You know, I mean, I haven't gotten that far into Horizon Zero Dawn. How far did I get into the game? I don't remember. It's been a while. I was gonna try to, pull something out of my ass, but I can't. Yeah, I don't remember like how far I got into it. I just remember it being gorgeous.
I mean, it looks gorgeous, and then they've got all of that power of PS5 behind them. I'm just wondering, for people who love the game already, is knowing that this new game, Forbidden West, that it's coming out on PS5, is that gonna entice you enough to spend the dollars on the PS5? Like, how much is the PS5? Have they announced the price?
Well, there was a gimmicky price that was announced, which was like $700, but everyone seems to believe that's a farce, and it's actually going to be around $400. Because PlayStation 3 was like $600 when it first dropped, and everyone balked at that price.
Yeah.
And so PlayStation 3 was almost the last system that Sony made, and then suddenly somehow, I forgot what they did. I think they dropped the price, and then it made a buttload of money. So it was a
loss leader?
It was a loss leader, yeah. I mean, but most systems are loss leaders. Sony, I think, was just out the gate trying to make it not one as much. Mm-hmm. And they were like, no, we have to make it a loss leader. And then they made a buttload of money, and now there's PlayStation 4 and 5, and
yeah, so I'm just wondering, for hardcore fans of this game, is that going to be enough for them to spend all that money to get a brand new console?
I think that it's already known that PlayStation is going to crush Xbox, right? I personally am a big fan of Xbox's design in general. I haven't ever had issues with I know some people have had issues with Xbox, like the red light of death or whatever they called it, where their system stopped. The 360 in particular just stopped working on them. My Xbox One, which I gave to my brother, worked great. It was quiet. My Xbox One X, which I still have, quiet machine, nice, solid, simple box, and it just does what it needs to do. I don't ever hear it, and it's powerful. Whereas my PlayStation 4, which I sold, and my PlayStation 4 Pro, which I still have, it always spins up like a jet engine. I'm hoping that the design of the PS5, it's much taller than the Xbox apparently. I'm hoping that it's a quiet system and just allows me to just be fully immersed and spoiled in the game. What I'm trying to come around to say is that Sony tends to have better exclusives than Xbox. And Xbox is sort of shooting itself in the foot, Microsoft, because they're like, well, all the games that you can get on Xbox, you can get on PC. It's like, well, why do I need an Xbox then? I already have a custom gaming rig. The one edge that Xbox has is the same edge that PlayStation has, which is that instant load time and the ability to have different games in hanging in the wings.
Right.
When you decide to like put it on pause and you want to play something else. I'm that kind of dude. Like I want to switch between games because like there's so many options now. My big hope with this is that they update Horizon Zero Dawn. Like I can install it on my PS5 and it plays as smooth with maybe updated visuals a little bit, hopefully that's possible, with the PS5 so that it can hold you over until you get your Horizon Forbidden West copy.
Oh, I see. So like another version that's a more amped up version than the new version that you just bought.
Yeah. Well, I
Gotcha.
mean, ideally I can just pop that in and I download an update, which is like stupid amount of gigabytes, and then it looks great, you know?
Yeah.
And then like instant load times and stuff like that, and yeah, I mean, it'd be awesome if they could do that, but
yeah.
Anywho, from the get-go, they got you. The only thing that kind of throws me is that overhead shot, the helicopter shot, is when they're looking down at the rocks in the ocean, or the little islands, or whatever you call that. The water splash looks a little funny to me, and I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that's how it looks in real life. Watch the water splash on the rocks. See, it's like, it's almost...
misty.
Maybe it's just the compression of the H.264 to YouTube, which is very likely what it is, but it almost like has a strobe effect as it fades out. That's what's bugging me. But I think it's just the compression artifacts of YouTube, because like, if you guys don't know, like Marquez Brownlee, MKBHD, did a thing where he tested a video where he uploaded it to YouTube, uploaded like 100 times, and by the time he got to the 100th time, his face was not discernible anymore. So because there's so much compression going on with YouTube that it might be actually harming the experience that you would otherwise have with this visual. So I'm excited. And I cannot wait to play and get immersed in this world. It looks so gorgeous.
It's stunning.
I'm one of those geeks who's like, no load times like that. That's what I loved about Jak and Daxter back in the day on PS2, was like when you go between areas, you'd experience virtually no load times. It was like you just went.
Yeah.
And I think that's exciting, is the ability to do that, hop out, go play something else, then come back and play this one again, and it's seamless. Like, I'm very excited about that aspect of gaming, because we are in this era now where we have so many options, and we have like less time. Everything is in microwave time, you know? It's like you can microwave your dinner, but you still don't have time to eat it. Like, because we're so busy. Everyone's so busy. Like, they got too many things to do. And so the ability to hop in and out instantaneously gets me excited. My suggestion to everybody is to get an uninterruptible power supply so that your PlayStation, when it goes on sleep mode, doesn't die if your apartment manager decides to just cut out the power of the building, like ours does sometimes.
Yeah.
Like mine does, excuse me. She's only here temporarily. So, for the lockdown, get out of here, Chuck. What are you doing? Get out of here. So, yeah. Uninterruptible power supply. True sine wave, uninterruptible power supply. That's what you want. Trust that. Look it up. Trust me. Uninterruptible power supply, true sine wave. That's what you want for your PlayStation. It's like $150 US.
Sine as in like S-I-N?
S-I-N-E.
N-E. Gotcha.
Yeah, S-I-N-E. True sine wave.